Hey, so welcome back to another episode of Mo and Shay Fixing Facts. I am Shay.
And I am Mo.
So what we talking about today, Mo?
We are swapping. So I am facts today.
And I am Fits. What do you know? We have to switch it up, of course, right? Because we both know the facts and we both know the fits. So you ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So Mo, there's fashion myths out there. So where do most of the fashion myths come from?
Okay. So I have 7. So number 1 is media influence. So like magazines, blogs, social media, trends and stuff like that. That's on, social media, the media out there, hard and digital. Then celebrity culture. So like influence their trends, what they're doing, universal truths about fashion. Then you got historic trends, some myths, fashion rules no longer applies and still repeat, like fashion repeats itself. Marketing strategies. So branding, like I guess like brands that are pushing out something and then like it repeats. So, they just do it for you to buy. Personal experience. Sometimes someone's personal experience is not your experience. So that's a myth. And then cultural norms. Different cultures and beliefs are different for everybody, and what they stand for. So like what is it? The headscarf?
Oh,
because it's
the
I don't know why I shouldn't have brought this one up, but that's all I can think of. Okay, so like the headscarf for Muslim
you talking about the hijab.
women, hijab. Like some wear it and some don't, so that's what would be for that. And then misunderstandings. Is sometimes simple misunderstandings about fashion principles that can lead it says widespread myths. But yes, so those are the 7.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Okay, and so how have the fashion rules historically excluded certain people or bodies? Because those myths kind of do, you think about it, it goes around fashion rules, and fashion rules tend to exclude.
Yeah, I agree. So body size standards. So historical fashion often favors slimmer shapes, leaving plus size individuals out. And it's more of like a marketing thing, what looks best on the body, but all bodies are beautiful. So it's also about the cuts and the colors and all that good stuff. So it really doesn't have to do with the marketing part for me, in my opinion, as a stylist and designer. Gender norms. This one was one I didn't think that would be on there, but I do kind of get it. It's about like non-binary. We was talking about it with Najee about, wearing what you want and not putting a gender on different types of clothes and all that good stuff, like how Kendrick Lamar wore the bell bottoms, and they were actually female bell bottoms, but they looked really good on him. It was tailored immaculate. Culture appropriation.
Yeah.
So that's people taking from, different cultures and, making it their own. But yeah. And then it says ageism. So like an age thing where people are dressing, they feel like people at a certain age of 50 shouldn't wear certain things. But I feel like it's what you feeling and how you put it on. It's always how you put it on. If you're putting it on amazing and you're wearing, good example, when Samantha went into the store and in the movie, and I think it was Miley Cyrus, she wore the same dress, but they were 2 different age groups, but they both looked amazing. They both styled it different, and it looked great. And so they both took like a picture together, and I'm sure it was on the who wore it best
Right.
category
They love
on
doing that.
fashion. What's the name? But I thought that was a good. I was thinking about it as a good example of ageism. I never even knew that, so I just actually learned something. And then people with a disability. And I wanted to share my story about this because when I seen it, it made me sad, and I kind of cried about it because I remember when I was coming out of my car accident, I couldn't wear certain stuff, so I had to wear. I had to dress different, so it changed my whole wardrobe. So I had to wear a lot of button-up shirts because my arm was completely like where I had to pull it and put things on a certain way. And I even till today I still have difficulties with putting things on my arm, but I could now wear like hoodies and pull over hoodies and different things like that. However, it's some people with disabilities that's overlooked. Someone with not a leg, or someone that their torso is really small, or they're petite. Now they are doing petite things, but you have people that has dwarfisms and stuff like that. And I thought that a lot of stuff is not functional for all body types. So that's one. And then we do limit size ranges. That's one that I was just like, yeah, that's kind of true. Like some brands just keep it at small to medium. Like, what is that? So yeah, I just wanted to keep it short because it was kind of long winded, but I did wanted to hit on the ones that I thought that was something that we should talk about. So yeah, those it.
I think those are great. And even though the fashion industry has its moments where it makes its strides to being inclusive, then a trend will come back and they pull back. Like I even seen that with plus size. Like plus size was a thing, but I see now they've really pulled back on that. Now you're starting to see where sizes is only going up to like an extra large or a large, and it's like
even on Project Runway, which is I'm so happy. Like they have, because when I first started watching it in like 03, 04, when it first came out, they didn't have plus size models at all, and now they have plus size models, and I'm so excited because it's everyday people. Like it's literally everyday people, and it's talking about all these different things. And I feel like when you limit it, and I understand everybody has a market, but I feel like some people want to wear certain stuff, and some stuff would look better sometimes on a plus size body, so yeah, I just think that it kind of separates people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it does. So I mean, it's a work in progress. So,
yes,
but there has been strides done. So
I agree,
and I think it's important that people acknowledge that fashion rules do tend to exclude. So just think about that when you are, amping up or amplifying a trend or a fashion rule. It could be excluding someone.
Yeah,
and that may not be what you want.
Yeah, so, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree. Okay, so now it's on you. What fashion rules do you ignore the most when you're pulling together a look?
So, I know y'all gonna get me at home, but mixing brands is a fashion rule I ignore completely. Like, I do not believe in the whole don't mix fashion brands. I know that it started out historically because they felt that to make your look more cohesive, you should have one label that you're wearing. And so, you don't mix Nikes with Adidas with Puma. But it's like, if you think about it, like if you're not even talking about name brands, household brands, your shirt brand, look at the tag, is probably different from your pants, your underwear, your socks. So we are constantly mixing brands. And I think if you say don't mix brands, you limit the creativity.
Yeah.
You know? And certain people can only fit certain brands, or certain brands only look good on certain people. And so I'm all about ignoring that rule. Yeah. I do not believe in the mixing brands rule.
Yeah, so. I agree with you. I do feel like when you wear like Nikes and Adidas, I do feel like it's a way of putting it together. And it's about really understanding the brandage for me. Like, okay, so if something doesn't have a lot of Nikes on it and it looks more simple, then you could probably put it and then put Adidas pants on. You wouldn't know, you know,
Right.
stuff like that. I know that they're both very, very big on their logos and stuff like that.
Right.
But I have found some Nike stuff that is not super big on like logo, or is like the Nike was super little or it was in a different spot. And so I remember I had like a zip up that the Nike was like on the sleeve, and then I had some Adidas pants on, but nobody even knew, but that they worked out so well. I was like, I'm putting this together, I don't care. But nobody knew until my friend was like, that's Nike and Adidas. And I was like, yeah. She was like, that looks really good together. But it's about styling yourself in a way where it makes sense to you. Like everybody else is like,
And I also think it's
know?
a time and place. Like if I was doing a marketing campaign for Nike, yeah, I would not put my client in, I would not mix the brand. They're Nike head to toe, obviously. But I'm talking about your day to day where people really is like, no, do not mix the brand. If you're in the grocery store, nobody is paying attention that you mixed your brands. Trust me.
I agree.
I agree. Stop stressing yourself out and enjoy what's in your closet and just wear it. Put it on. Like Mo like to say, just put it on.
Yeah. So it's just, you have to just put it on and just own it. And when you own it, people not even gonna know. Because your confidence is going to overshadow it anyway.
There you go.
So, yes. Okay, so next question. What's a fashion myth you used to believe in and have since unlearned?
Denim on denim. I cannot believe this, but growing up.
Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian tuxedo. And that is like, I don't know why. I was like, why did people even talk about this as like a no. And then I did do the research about it and all that of like of the working class and all types of things. But with that said, growing up, I have such a respect for denim on denim. I still rock it. It's trending now, and I think it should be timeless because it's denim on denim. You know?
I love denim.
And it goes back to what you said earlier, that it's about how you wear it. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to put it together properly. Not all shades of denim go together. Mm-hmm. And if it's two different shades of denim, again, you have to be mindful of how you put it on.
And break it up.
Break
it up in a way where it separates, so you could add like a belt if it's the top or something to break those two things up to bring it together. But I love Canadian tuxedo. It is like one of my favorites to put on. Yeah. So yeah, and it's very cowboy to me. So, and I love cowboy boots and stuff. I've always said it on the show. I just bought like a new pair of cowboy boots. I'm so excited, and they're denim. So excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are so hot.
I gotta see these.
Yeah, they are so nice, and they're like mixed, so like it's like a medium denim, like a medium color, and then the stitching of like the, you know how they have those like designs on cowboy boots, it's like a dark denim. It's really cool, so I'm excited to wear.
Yeah, Mo gonna have to show us these.
Yeah, and what I'm gonna do, Canadian tuxedo.
And I'm gonna ask you about the Canadian tuxedo. Do you know why it's called the Canadian tuxedo?
I don't know. You gonna tell me? You gonna go back into facts?
I gotta go back into facts just real quick because Mo is talking about the Canadian tuxedo. So the Canadian tuxedo stemmed from this actor called his name was Bing Crosby, and he was not admitted into this Vancouver hotel because he had on a denim jacket and denim jeans. And so Levi hopped on it and thought that was crazy. And what they did was created him a whole suit out of denim. And they created a tuxedo jacket and everything. And that's where they came up with the Canadian tuxedo.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And then, Levi's was created in San Francisco. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. See, this washy fact. I'm just joining the party today. I'm just coming in, stepping in.
That's my only fact I had to give today, because when she brought it up, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to talk about the Canadian tuxedo.
Yes, I love that. Yes. I did not know that. See, we teaching up on here, okay? We learning, repetition, So I love that.
Yes. Okay, so now we're kind of going to get into more about the price tag and the price tag. So, Mo, can you explain how luxury pricing works behind the scenes?
Okay. So, it's different things, and I'm going to explain some, but it is a brand image. So, this is a luxury brand that creates exclusive image, allowing the change of prices. And then it's quality material, And this is craftsmanship. So how it's built, and that varies the price. So like what we always talk about, Hermes.
Oh yeah.
So Hermes
Yeah.
is a very good one to bring up because it's off the cross. Like they literally are structured to build this purse in a certain way, and it has to be built in that way. If not, they push it to the side and it's basically a dupe or something. Like it's not, they can't use it basically. Unique design. So designers invest in time, creativity, developing unique styles, adding to overall costs. And then they have limited edits. Many luxury items are produced in small quantities, making them more durable and justify higher prices. So I get that. What kind of I know you have purses that's like that. I remember we was talking about, and that's why I'm like, I'm gonna go into some examples, because it's like when I was reading, I was just like, well, dang, what's some examples? So I'm gonna ask you, purse wise, like if you're styling, you had a purse that we did content on, and it was a white purse. What was that purse? And it was a limited edition, you said.
Yes, it's the leave me, let me be, leave me. It's, I think that was the quote, and it was a collaboration between Maya Winston
And how many was made? Because you told me it was
only 100 were made, and I had purse 75.
yes. So that's the example that we're, you know, that's that one.
Yeah.
Exclusive shopping experience. And this is luxury retails provide a high-end shopping experience, including personal service, which add a price, just, you know, because you're going into sort of higher price. Concept, supply chain. This is a source manufacturing luxury goods that can be more impacting prices. That's one. And then consumer demand. Prices can be raised based on specific brands or trends in the market. So yeah, I like that one. Resale value, luxury items. So this, I'm going to ask you an example on this one. Luxury items often hold or increase in value, influencing how brands set individual prices. What would be that example for that one? I know you know this one.
It's the Hermes bag. I mean, that's the big
Sex in the City.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about it, because it is one bag that is an investment piece. It doesn't depreciate, it appreciates after you buy it.
Yeah. And then economical conditions. This is like inflation's consumer spending habits as affecting luxury prices. So that's what's going on now with what?
Oh, the tariffs?
Yes. So yeah, I was really good. I was like, this is awesome.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's helpful to understand the behind why luxury pricing is luxury pricing, because you always go, I would never spend that for that bag. But then when you understand behind it, you may think of it differently, especially if you have the money to spend.
Yes.
And so with that said, what about brands that are supposed to be luxury, but actually are their luxury? So are expensive pieces actually higher quality?
Materials. Expensive fashion pieces often use higher quality materials like fine fabrics and leathers. This can lead to better durable and comfort. So I would say materials is definitely a big one. Like, for example, for what I could think off the head, like Wilson leather jackets, those jackets last forever. I remember my mom had one, and literally she had that jacket for like 20 plus years. Like those are, it's off the material, is how they went and sourced it and all that good stuff, and how it was made. And then another one that I can think of is Coach. When back in the day, Coach purses used to last a very long time because they used to use really, really soft, buttery leathers that was very, very, very good. So those are two that I can think of off, but it's very important because it will last for a very long time, and the comfort is there as well. Craftsmanship. So luxury brands typically invest more in skillship, skillmanship, craftsmanship. This means stitching, fishing, and often construction on the actual item. So Hermes, we keep bringing Hermes up because they are known for their craftsmanship, and that's what makes it so expensive, and it lasts forever. Like, those are investment pieces, period. Like, you will literally be able to take that to your kids.
Yes.
So, and I know that for a fact because I did a lot of research on it. This one was a weird one for me. It says well-known brand luxury brands usually have, I don't know if it's reciprocation for quality, which is built off over time. This can justify their higher price. This one I didn't know at all. This was a new one for me, and I actually did all the research, but I was like, I don't know what this one is. But I read it, so, and I'm going to actually put some more, I'm going to look it up more and then put some more information on it.
Because is it saying that the material that they use, they can reuse it, repurpose it, and that's what makes it quality, which is true. If you can reuse it and repurpose it, that makes sense. That
true,
it's a
but
quality.
not all the time I feel like it'd be quality, though.
Right.
So that's where one was kind of confused. So I was like, maybe I should look more deeply into that one. Yeah. Limited production. Expensive pieces often make in smaller quantities. Yes. Longevity, which price doesn't always guarantee quality. High quality items tend to last longer, making them a better investment over time. And that'd be Hermes again. And then not always the case. However, not every expensive piece is better. Some brands may change prices for marketing and branding without offering true quality. Absolutely. And that is very true. And that's why, like we were talking about episode 1, we were talking about like thrifting. Yes. It's good to do your research. And also Najee was talking about that too. Do your research on green, green brands and stuff like that. Make sure you're understanding what you're buying, what they stand for, so because I don't care what nobody says. I really believe that energy goes into the clothes. That's just me. But really know your stuff, because you might be buying cheap stuff and it's not. Because I don't care what nobody say. Jordans are one of the things that really, for me, you cannot keep forever. They literally fall apart if you keep them for like 15 years. I'm just saying, literally the whole sole will fall off. I'm serious. No shade, but T, it will fall off. And I soon as I was so mad, I'm gonna tell a story. I had worked at True up on Hay Street. Mm-hmm. I had kept some Nikes. It was Jordans. Some Jordans that I had, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna wear these." I got the look. First, I went and bought a whole outfit. Was so excited. I had them for a good, maybe almost 13 years. I said I never wore them. Mm-hmm. They sat in the box. I pulled that box out and literally sat on the ground. My whole leg went through the and I literally had my leg in the air for hella long, just sitting there like, I know you lying. I know you lying. What? The glue went up my leg because the glue was kind of like sticky, and it went like up my leg. And I'm just like, for real? Oh my God. I was so mad. And they was like $250. And this was back in the day. This was like early 2000s. I was so upset. And I think I got them in like high school or something. And I bought them because I always wanted them. But I was like, I wanted them so bad. And I just like reserved them. Mm-hmm. And try to wear them in my 20s, and it was like, literally went through my. I think I bought them when I was like 16. Tried to wear them when I was like 20, almost 28 or something. And I was just getting to the place of like, okay, do I want Nikes or Jordans anymore? So I still was wearing them, but not like that. Saved them the whole foot.
I heard about that though. That your shoes can become stale, and then so they always recommend if you haven't worn them in a while, just like try to wear them because
so
of that.
You can put some moisture in a movement. But that ain't quality though. I don't care what nobody say. I have heels that I've been having for so long. They ain't never did that. Yeah. So no. But I just wanted to say that. Sorry, no shade to Jordan. But I just wanted to say that I was mad. Y'all didn't give me them Jordans. I was so mad about them Jordans. Oh, I was high. I was sitting on that floor. I literally for the whole day I was messed up. I was like, dang. But that's also too. That's why you don't wait to wear stuff. Wear your stuff. Wear your stuff. I waited for so long to wear them shoes. Literally let 13 years ago past.
Yeah, you bought it.
And my foot went through them. I look like a leprechaun. Just. I was high. Okay, Shay. I had to tell that story. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to tell the story. Okay. How do you create a luxury looking outfit on a budget?
This is a great question.
It is a very good question.
Yes. So the first thing I would say is you definitely want to focus on fabric. Quality doesn't mean that it has to be expensive. There are a lot of non-luxury brands, non-household name brands that have quality stuff. So know your fabrics and really look into investing in the pieces that have quality. And you're going to know because a lot of times the material tends to be thicker. It doesn't feel flimsy. So that's how you'll know. Another thing is tailoring is key. Get things tailored to your body because that creates a look of expensive.
Yeah.
Or this guy from Instagram, he always like to say wealth. So that's huge too. Like you've seen when, let's go to a man wearing like a baggy loose suit versus a tailored suit. It's night and day for the same suit. So tailoring can also help you do that on a budget. And then elevate with accessories. Accessories can change things, make things look different. So that's another thing to invest in. If it's something that's real cheap, you want to change it from looking cheap, accessorize and see what you could come up with. That's important of really understanding how to style your clothing. And then, of course, just go thrift shopping. If you want the real deal but don't want to pay the real deal money, go thrift shopping. I found my Brooks Brothers suit, like I said before, for $50 at the thrift shop. That's a real deal, but I only had to pay $50. So rely on your thrift shops because you're going to find some good finds in there.
I agree. Okay. What are your go-to hacks for elevating a $20 piece?
It's kind of similar to what I said about the last question, but you really want to, depending on what it is, maybe you need to pair it with a blazer or some tailored pants or a skirt to elevate it. So layers can also turn something that's in like a $20 piece and elevate that. And then you want to lean into accessories. Accessories is huge on elevating a lot of things. Sometimes people go, especially like when you have a minimalistic wardrobe, accessories is going to be a key to giving that pop without having to add the color, and it elevates the look. And you want to play with textures. Textures will also elevate your look. And wear with confidence. You had said it earlier, but confidence is key.
It is.
How you wear it, you'll be like, I've seen things where I'm like, that is so ugly. And somebody will put it on, and the way they put it on, I'm like,
good example.
I love that.
Her style.
Yeah, she's a maximalist.
Yes, she wears stuff that I be like, I don't think I could wear that. But because she has so much amazing confidence that I'll be like, I want to buy that because how she wears it. So yeah, shout out to Cam. We love you, girl.
Shout out to Cam.
Yeah. Is that it?
So
was that it on that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On that one.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're gonna throw it back to Mo. And what are some infamous trend flops in fashion history?
Okay, some of these I don't agree with, but they say shoulder pads. I have shoulder pads.
I love shoulder pads, and I don't get why they say that's a flop.
Because shoulder pads, and this is just my tip on shoulder pads, because shoulder pads for people that don't have hips like me, and I think mine is a whole nother story. We talk about it on another time, but it gives you like an hourglass, because especially if the jacket is tailored right, it gives you like a you know,
yeah,
and it
proportion.
makes you like go in. So it proportions out a lot of people that is just straight. So that's why I like shoulder pads. But they said shoulder pads, they was popular in the 80s, but it just, they felt like they wasn't a good, it was just made people look bulky. And I do think people that has broad shoulders, it will make them look bulky.
Yeah.
Jelly shoes. I don't know. I got mixed feelings 'cause I did used to wear jelly shoes when I was younger.
Jellies. We loved jellies.
And if you don't know, they were like the colorful shoe or like a color, and it had glitter in it or something, and then it like was see through. So they used to make your feet stink though.
They did, and
your feet be
you know, they brought it
stinking.
back with like a few years ago. They had brought back the jellies, and then you know the brand Melissa's.
Yeah, I
the
remember
Melissas were
in high
coming
school,
back.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think that's a flop. So I agree. I don't
Yes,
know.
Ollie's not a flop to me.
Yeah.
Now this one, a flop. Lower rise jeans.
Yeah.
That's a no-go for me. Booty cracks everywhere.
And it's on trend right now with a lot of the celebrities, and I just
And
like,
then what they doing is they wearing thongs.
they're wearing thongs, and even with the body yaddy yaddy, Tayana Taylor, your body yaddy yaddy is bodying, but I just do not like that trend. No.
Yeah, I don't like it. I gotta just do this.
Yeah.
Crocs. Everybody know I hate Crocs. Now I will say I do have a pair of Knox, but my friend was selling them, and they're not like they're not actual Crocs, but she was selling them for her brand, and I bought them. But I do wear them to the gym. They like my slip-ons, but I would never just buy a pair of Crocs. Now I'm gonna support my friends. I don't care if it's something I don't want. I'm gonna buy it. That's just how I am. But the Crocs, I know I agree with this one. I'm sorry, but everybody like Crocs, so I'm just like,
I don't find them to be that comfortable. And my friend bought me a pair for, I think it was Christmas or my birthday. So I wore those because I appreciated her giving me that gift, and I was like, oh, okay, but they're not comfortable to me.
They not cute. So, they look like your foot about to run off.
I've seen some people wear them cute though with the charms on them, but I get it. There's like
people are into Crocs.
Yeah.
I will say that they did have some nurse looking ones that I was like, I might want to buy these. And then I went back. I was like, nah, them Crocs scared. Them Crocs. Soon as I just had Crocs. I went right back and was like, But they had like the little, the lady, she told me what the name was. I don't know, but she was like, I like your did it. And I'm looking like, thank you. I didn't even know that's what they was called, but they call something, put them on at the bottom and tell us what they call. But the charms are called, they got a name for them.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that. I was like, I'm not a Croc wearer, but I'm just, you know.
I'm not.
So, but that's just a fact for me. Denim on denim. I love denim on denim. Just talked about this. Canadian tuxedo. Fanny packs. I like fanny packs.
Fanny packs, that's not a flop.
That's not a flop. Fanny packs, I love them. I feel like they are... and I loved how you remember when they had rebrung them back and people was wearing them across their body.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking
Fanny
about.
packs is it. So, and man was even wearing them like that.
And it helps you, like if you go to festivals, concerts, it's the perfect size to wear. Like
fanny packs are good for moms. Like it's just so much going to amusement park.
Exactly,
fanny packs are helpful.
Yes,
okay,
very.
I love them. Puffer paint clothing. So the little puffer, like paint or whatever that. I mean, I don't know. I can't say that I love it or not because I don't know. I didn't see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the screen print.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then over the top logos.
Oh, like the monogram?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a flop, but I will say it's something that I don't gravitate towards because I think it's very busy.
Yeah.
But I think it's not a flop.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it
some people
worn great.
Yeah. Because it said that it was popular in the early 2000s. So, yeah. That's it.
Okay. So how do brands recover when a trend doesn't land?
So they listen to feedback. They learn from their mistakes, which is, I think, all brands should, and stylists. I know I was talking about when we was talking about Stunning Men on too. a lot of stuff that I worked with him and how I took it with my other clients, I've changed so much stuff with my brand. So it's about learning. It's about, learning from your failure. I feel like as a business person is probably the best thing you can do, because then you become better. Especially when you don't want to go back over it again. I'm just saying. Rebranding efforts, limiting release, engaging with customers, launching new trends, and then collaborations. That's how they, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. But I also think that your brand and business model shouldn't be built around the trend.
I agree.
I think any business should be able to bounce back if a trend falls, because that shouldn't be your business model.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
But yeah, that's helpful to understand the tactics that they use to recover.
Yeah. Okay. What's one trend you love and couldn't pull off personally?
So I had to think about this question, because technically anything Shakayla puts on, she can pull off.
Period.
But I'm a person that's not really about trends. And so if I'm partaking in a trend, it's because I know I could pull it off. Like, I've put it on and I wear it and I feel confident in it. So it's like hard to answer this question, because I don't think there's really anything I put on that I couldn't pull off, because I just won't wear it if I know I can't pull it off. And most of the time I would know, because I am plus size. So I always have to be very intentional about what I put on my body and what I'm buying. So it's hard for me to really just say if I ever did a trend and it didn't work for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but I will say a trend that I know I for sure cannot pull off, and I actually don't love this trend: mini skirts. Y'all, I am bottom heavy. So a mini skirt is going to sit at the top.
Girl, I can't even wear a mini skirt because I'm tall.
So I know I couldn't pull that off, but also I'm not really into mini skirts. Like, I haven't really seen it done in a way where I'm like, I love the mini skirt trend. I really actually don't get it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The poofy one in your butt out.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. I'm all for a midi and a maxi. But yeah, so
I do. Now I will say this: I do wear short skirts because I have really nice legs, but I can't wear. I have to try. That's like the only thing that I really have to try on, or I have to like if I bring it home, I have to try on and see if it works, and then or take it back. And I will say I do have a poof skirt that we wore in one of our content days. That one works so well because it just hit just right, and my butt doesn't hang out. And I got that from Target before I stopped shopping there.
Yeah. And I think that's what's important, is that you are wearing the mini skirt to make it really flattering on your body versus trying to lean into it being mini. Like, I gotta prove that it's a mini skirt, so it gotta be. And I think that's where it's the disconnect for me, because I'm just like, we get us a mini skirt, but I mean, I could see everything up in there, and you just walking down the street. Yeah,
and I like being tall.
Yeah,
it has to hit a certain way. Yeah, I just cannot put on a mini skirt. And I have this cute. I just wore it last week on our podcast, but I have a cute, like pleated, like a skirt, and it's pleated in the front, and it snaps, and it's shorts in the back. I love that skirt, and I'm wearing it to the Nelly concert.
Well, I will say that reminds me of like the tennis skirts. I will say I do like those.
And I was gonna ask you, I was like, do you like tennis skirts?
Okay, I do like the tennis skirts.
Because I feel like
they
will them tennis skirts, because I just bought one from Torrid, because I got a couple.
Okay,
but tennis skirts are cute because you can wear them like oversized sweater off the shoulder. Like, tennis skirts is cute, and you could do like a small shirt with a jean jacket, like boots, skin.
Yeah.
So when they bring them out tennis shoes, so yeah, I would say that might work for you.
Yeah.
Because they don't make them super, super short. Like, they do have some that's short.
Really.
But the ones that I've been wearing, it has been very like
perfect length. Yeah.
Like given, like, So yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Like, I sat up there and became I came fits again.
Right. We can't help it. It's natural. It's just
is natural.
We fall right into our roles.
Yes, but that's been fun switching. Been fun. And your chair is comfortable. We're gonna have to do this again for season 2.
Yes,
we're gonna swap it every season.
Every season we're gonna swap.
We love this, but You gonna finish this out? You gonna?
Yes. So don't forget, the main important thing is subscribe, like, comment below because we want to hear from you, and share, please. We want a community, so share with your friends, family, whoever can take this in.
Yes.
You know?
And thank you for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Please leave comments, ask us questions so we can bring it into like our other episodes. But thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
enjoy switching with Shay. I was facts today.
Yes.
And what was you today?
Fit.
And we out.
We out.